If you wanna stay with me, if you wanna try, maybe you could be with me, but only for the night. And down with the wind open, baby, leave that key outside the door. We don't need to tell nobody, but I think I'm ready to belong. Only for the night. If you wanna stay with me, if you wanna try, maybe you could be with me, but only for the night. And down with the wind open, baby, leave that key outside the door. We don't need to tell nobody, but I think I'm ready to belong. You know it, the Lord, you know it, for someday. You know it, the Lord, you know it, for someday. You know it, the Lord, you know it, for someday. You know it, the Lord, you know it, for someday. You know it, the Lord, you know it, for some. You know it, the Lord, you know it, for someday. You know it, the Lord, you know it, for some. You know it, the Lord, you know it, for someday. You know it, the Lord, you know it, for some. You wanna try, maybe you could be with me, but only for the night. And down with the wind open, baby, leave that key outside the door. We don't need to tell nobody, but If you wanna stay with me, if you wanna try, maybe you could be with me, but only for the night. And down with the window open, baby, leave our key outside the door. We don't need to tell nobody, but I think I'm ready to belong. Only for the night. If you wanna stay with me, if you wanna try, maybe you could be with me, but only for the night. And down with the window open, baby, leave our key outside the door. We don't need to tell nobody, but I think I'm ready to If you wanna stay with me, if you wanna try, maybe you could be with me, but only for the night. And I'll let the window open, baby. Leave my key outside the door. We don't need to tell nobody, but I think I'm ready to be loved. Only for the night. If you wanna stay with me, if you wanna try, maybe you could be with me, but only for the night. And I'll let the window open, baby. Leave my key outside the door. We don't need to tell nobody, but I think I'm ready to be You know it, oh Lord, you know it, for someday. You know it, oh Lord, you know it, for someday. You know it, oh Lord, you know it, for someday.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and happy time zones, and welcome to New Hampshire Motor Speedway for round number 10 of the ISNF series right here on the iCast Racing Network, powered by iRacing. We have an awesome 200-mile race for you guys today, as we have some very interesting things brewing up here for you guys today. And one of the biggest things I want to touch on is you have 5 races here with 5 different winners. And we have Dylan Basin, who's looking for his 4th consecutive win?
Fifth.
5th consecutive win here?
Yeah, he's calling it the drive for 5.
He's calling it the drive for 5. Absolutely love it.
He's calling his pocket shot here and now. Yeah.
Alrighty, and
But it's the Dooryard 200, and I will speak a little New Englander since I lived in New England up in Maine for over 7 years. It would be dishonorable to call it anything other than the Dooryard 200 here at New Hampshire, and the meaning of that word is the same as a backyard or front yard. It is the yard in which you step out into from the front or back door of your house. And it being here in the heart of New England, it is in everybody's backyard or front yard. The fan base up in this area here is absolutely crazy about NASCAR. They love this event every year as it comes up to this region of the country. So it is absolutely a great show to watch in person as well. I've been there a few times, and actually a ISNF driver and personal friend of mine, Blake Lothian, just got done racing here a few hours ago in the real life NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, where he finished inside the top 20. So, congratulations to Blake there, going from a fan in the stands with myself, Steven Sear, and Chris Van Maastricht up in the stands to wheeling and dealing on the racetrack in a NASCAR truck after all kinds of practice here in the ISNF Cup Series, which is what everyone at home is going to watch here today. So, kind of a cool story there. Just wanted to give you a brief synopsis of that event. And that's where we're at today. And it's going to be exciting here at the Magic Mile. That's the nickname of this track, and it is magical. Will it be magic for Dylan Basin on his drive for 5, or is it going to go to someone like a Skylar Carnes or a Josh Grasso who have won here in the past out of those 5 different winners? So that will be why you need to stay tuned and watch this event. And don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe for more content coming your way. We love to see new subs, and smash that like button for us just to show your support and let it get through a lot of NASCAR fans' algorithms, because we want to showcase this league as best as possible.
Absolutely, and let's go ahead and run through our race information for today. Again, we are running 200 laps for 200 miles here at New Hampshire. We will see stage breaks at lap 60 and lap 120. Your fuel capacity, as always, will be 60, 4 extra sets of tires. Your hometown heroes, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be Steven Sire out of Auburn, Maine, and Brian Treadwell from Hancock, Maine. Your defending winner, again, is Joshua Grosso in that number 23 machine. And your Larry McNugget, like I said, we have 5 races in here with the ISNF series with 5 different winners. So will we have our first repeat winner here, or will we have another new winner? Your average cautions, including your stage breaks, is 19, and your average lead changes is 14. And let's go ahead and jump over to your notable subs for today's race. You do have Brian Treadwell in that number 3 machine, and in the number 6, how do you say that? Is it Keloa?
Yeah, Kiloa Hankins. Yeah.
Yeah,
And he's from Honolulu, Hawaii.
That is awesome. Then we also have Skylar Carnes in the 35. Eugene Thorne, he's sporting the number 43 this week. And then Dylan Smith, he's going to be in the 71. And Wesley Riddle in the number 99.
Yes, and one additional sub is Justin Lee Pearson in the 5-car last-minute situation there for Steven Sear is how you pronounce his name, Cyr, pronounced Sear. Yeah, close friend of mine. Worked with him for many years up there in Maine, and he's been absent for a little while because he bought a new home, and he's getting it wired for internet, and he's trying to run it off of Wi-Fi, and it's spotty. That's why he was listed as a maybe. If he does pop in, he may not have the best connection, so he told me to put him in the 62 for just tonight if he does decide to try to sneak into the show. But before it's too late, while they're qualifying, we might want to look at the point standings as well, because I do think that Dylan Basin is starting to kind of run away from it, as he did pass Justin Barkley finally for that top spot.
Absolutely, Dylan Basin in the 42 for Legacy Motor Club. Finally did get a hold in front of Justin Barkley, as you stated, for in that number 19 Joe Gibbs racing machine. Angel Hernandez, he's still sitting there in that 3rd spot for 2311 Racing. Nick Miller still hanging out in top 5 currently for Trackhouse Racing. And Michael Hoffladason, He's now up in the top five in your championship point standings. So with that being said, we'll go ahead and just quietly scroll through here so you guys could see how everybody else is hanging out.
Yes, and all of that has been updated as of this morning, and then most of the stats should be updated as well in the driver bar um, for your pleasure. Reading some of the stats. Some of my drivers in this league have been with me a really long time, and their stats obviously, mean something as well. And yeah, it's this is a really fun racetrack to be at in person, as well as interesting to race. It's definitely got very little banking in the corners, so it's kind of like a huge Martinsville. It's pretty much like a Martinsville on steroids. It's still paperclip shaped, only it's kind of the jumbo size paperclip, if you will.
Yeah, absolutely. We have uh, Dover, which is Bristol on steroids, and so I definitely agree 1,000% with the statement that this is Martinsville on steroids for sure.
Yes, for sure. For sure.
So we're taking a look here at the 71 of Dylan Smith, as he is making his first lap here.
Yeah, pretty good qualifying effort for Thomas Flynn, too. He is the replacement driver for car 47. Emily Urias is no longer going to drive full time in this series, so Thomas Flynn was next on the list to be granted a full time ride. So this will be his first week in that machine for the rest of the season. So good luck to Thomas Flynn, starting things off pretty strong in qualifying here at New Hampshire. Another replacement driver is car number 11, Christopher Walker, replacing Brian Chu in that Toyota for the rest of the season as well. So 2 driver changes there, along with all those subs that you mentioned earlier. So we shall see how this one unfolds. We have a pretty large field out there, Mike. Hopefully everybody can make it through turn 1, lap 1 without too much trouble. I am going to be piloting car number 66 at least for a little while, and I'm going to remain here in the booth, and I'll kind of call out some of the race action from on track, and then I will call the action then from the booth thereafter. Because, realism, car 66 usually doesn't finish much higher than P30, so that's probably where this car is going to end up. But Dylan Basin, so far, to no surprise, is the fastest in qualifying right now, looking to gain probably his 4th or 5th pole in a row.
Yeah, that's
I want to say his 4th pole in a row, and will be his 5th win in a row if he wins, which I don't know. There's some guys up here. Wow, Thomas Fisher in an underfunded number 78 for Live Fast is qualified P3. So that's an interesting take as well. So, all right, so we're going to go ahead and take the grid here. And here at the Magic Mile, as someone else is going to take care of the drivers meeting for me. So looking at your starting order, we have Dylan Basin in that top spot with his something consecutive pole. Alyssa Sharp from France will start the outside front row. Thomas Fisher will start P3, and Charles Roberson will start to the outside in car number 20. Justin L. Johnson will start P5, and to his outside, former winner Josh Grosso in P number 6 in the 23 machine. Thomas Flynn starts his car 47 career in P7, and Angel Hernandez, one of the favorites to potentially win here tonight, starts P8. Skylar Carnes in his return to ISNF, subbing in the 35 car for Michael Garvey this week, starts P9, and Kiloa Hankins also subbing, starts P10. Wesley Riddle starts 11th in car number 99, and James Bowles in car number 24 starts 12th. Jeff Medlin covering the 51 this week. He's starting 13th, and Justin Lee Pearson starts 14th. Tony Fry starts number P15 in the 41 car, and Jeff Weimer in car number 60 starts 16th. Cody Meadows and Christian Delgado make up row number 9. Joey Maines and Justin Barkley make up row number 10. Andrew Miller, Christopher Walker, they start 21st and 22nd tonight. John Hopley from Canada and Scott Trusty, they start 23rd and 24th. You got Craig Glottenslogger and yours truly, Rhea Ferris, starting in row number 13. You got Dylan Smith in car number 71 tonight. And to his outside, you have Larry Fairman from Canada. And row number 15, you have a pair of Swedes, Danny Solo and Michael Haflidason. Mark Gonzalez and the Canadian Eugene Thorne make up row number 16. Matt Metler and Chris Van Maastricht, 33rd and 34th tonight. Zach Phillips Sr. and Eric Jorgensen make up row number 18. You got Mike Iskandar and Brian Treadwell, P37 and 38. And Mr. Bob Wyckoff, as well as Fabricio Lamana, are starting shotgun on the field here at the Magic Mile. Mike, it's going to be a exciting race, full of drivers, full of action. Will we survive turn 1, lap 1? That's the question to, I guess, answer here in the near future.
Yeah, absolutely. And one of the things that these drivers have to keep in mind is New Hampshire is notorious of being very slippery out of turn 2.
Are you there, Mike?
Oh, yep, I apologize. Yes, so something these drivers have to keep in mind on this very first lap, even the first like 5 laps, is coming out of turn 2, it gets very, very slick. And then as you start using up your tires, it starts getting really tight. So it's going to be very interesting to see how these drivers will navigate the first 5 laps. And let's see if we can get through lap 1 without a caution, or even the first turn without a caution. But that, as you said, that remains to be seen as the drivers are coming out of turn 2, and they'll get ready to take the green flag this time by.
Auto cautions are off, so can you hear me, Mike?
Yes, I can. Auto
Okay.
cautions are off.
Okay.
So that means the admins move as we get Alyssa Sharp back in her spot as they come down. Pace car is off, and we are waiting for that green flag, and we are green flag racing right here for the Dooryard 200 as they go 3 wide, heading down into turn number 1. As so far so good, everybody's making it. Oh no, Alyssa Sharp is up in the wall in the middle of 1-2. No harm, no foul there as we continue to run 3 wide right here in the back. As we take a look here at the 99 of Wesley Riddle in that middle lane, he is squeezed between Koala Hankins and Hernandez, as we have another car bouncing off the wall back there as they continue to run 3 wide here once again into turn number 1. And this time it's going to be the 41 to 12. And I can't see what that is. It was the 19. I believe who
The 19 of
it
Justin
was.
Barkley. Yeah.
Yep. They are running like it is the last lap currently here at New Hampshire. And we are only working lap number 2. And there's still...
Oh, there's a car in the wall.
Car in the wall.
Caution.
The 60's
Multiple
around,
cars in the
12
wall.
around.
Christian Delgado. The 16 of Michael Haflidason involved.
Oh, the 43 just got hit a little bit there by Haflidason. That's definitely a very unfortunate situation there, as we will see our very first caution here. And it looked like it all started back with Christian Delgado coming out of turn 4. Let's go ahead and sneak back here just a little bit so we can see exactly what happened. As they come out of 4, it looks like the 12, he just slid up the track and got into Eric Jorgensen. So that's very unfortunate for him. Oh, no, that was not Eric Jorgensen. Who was that? Or was that Craig Lautenslager?
So there's some beef going on the radio. I will enlighten you and the audience. So the 16 is not being the best friend of many drivers out here right now. I guess he allegedly didn't hold his brakes when he was part of that wreck a moment ago. And the 4 car of John Hopley got involved in that unnecessarily. And then the 16 got rolling again and fake pitted and almost caused the 88 car to wreck. And then the 88 is screaming at the 16 because they're fake pitting on lap number 3.
Yeah, that's a very interesting
Uh-huh.
I think that's just a little bit too early in this race for something like that.
Yeah, I think fake pitting should be something more on the money stop, type of the.
Oh,
Yeah.
I agree
And
with
there's
that.
someone now allegedly taking the chicane somewhere on track. The road course part of the track or something. So let's hope that's not true. So Mike, we got that first incident out of the way. Hopefully that'll be the last one for a while. Hopefully we don't have a repeat of Bristol on our hands here. It is a challenging track, and luckily we've got a couple of 1.5 miles coming up in our near future, so that will hopefully lighten up the mood a little bit for these guys after tonight. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I really hope that is the case. As we go green flag racing here once again. Dylan Basin, he went way high that time. Down in turn 1 and then came back down across the track as they run.
71 just got dumped by what appears to be maybe the 88 car. 71 checked up in my mirror and then just got yeeted into the outside retaining wall by what it looked like the 88, but I don't know I can't confirm if there was contact.
Well, we can go ahead and jump back here real quick, take a look and see what happened there. Yeah, he came out of turn 2. No, he got that looseness that I was talking about. And then he did get pile drive by, it looks like the 14. He did hold his brakes. And,
There is not a car 14 on the track. So if you're showing a car 14, then you
it might have been
probably
41.
need to...
I'm sorry. It was probably the 41.
Okay, no worries. Okay. Because I thought it looked like the 888, but yeah.
It looks like we are back under caution.
Yeah, unfortunately, that is the case at the moment, yes. And the 10 car just fake pitted in front of me.
Yep. Well, that's very interesting. Very interesting tactic. You know, for it being, you know, so early on in the race
Yeah.
and everything.
Yeah, so yeah, so look, on a more lighter note, Mike, what do you think about some of the paint schemes tonight? Which ones are your favorites? Which ones stand out the most to you?
Ugh. You know, they are all phenomenal. You know, paint schemes. You know, I really like the 20 of Charles Roberson.
Oh, the Ream. Is he racing the Ream scheme?
I'm showing Craftsman.
Okay.
But let me give Trading Paints just a little refresh, just in case.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not up front, so I can't confirm what scheme that he's running. It might be a Craftsman scheme. Yeah.
Yeah, the Craftsman is one of my favorite tool brands. So when I found out that the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series were coming back to Craftsman, I got super excited. As we get ready to go green here once again with Dylan Benson out front. As Jason does get that really good jump here once again, and the drivers are battling it out back here. Out of turn 2, here they come, side by side. Things are settled down here for the moment. No one's really like trying to move down to the low lane or high lane as they fly out of turn number 4. It is absolutely amazing to see how many different lines these drivers all can take as we have multiple cars bang off of the turn 2 wall. As these drivers try to get these cars low down for these flat corners, which makes it very hard for these cars to navigate as we have another one. I believe that was the 88 hard into the wall, and Zach Phillips Sr. out of turn number 4. Taking a look here at Justin Lee Pearson and that number 5 for Hendrick Motorsports. He's hanging it good on the inside, trying to get around the 45 of Angel Hernandez. And he is a sub-driver currently for the number 5 machine. And as we see the 45 of Hernandez make a switcheroo for turn number 1, and he's going to go to the inside, but it looks like Pearson, he will have that momentum coming out of the corner. Just let's jump in front of him. We have the 24 of James Bowles and the 6 car. You know, they're running side by side up here for for that 8th spot. And these two drivers are doing pretty good, keeping it off each other, behaving themselves. And it looks like James Bowles, he will go ahead and take over that spot. Here to Justin Barkley, the number 19. He's battling it out with just Christopher Walker in that number 11 machine. And it does look like Christopher Walker, he will go ahead and get in front of him. And so we have side-by-side action still out in front of them. We got Mark Gonzalez and Justin Pearson side by side, Angel Hernandez and Cody Meadows in that number 21 machine, still running side by side.
Yeah, and Skylar Carnes, after such a long hiatus, not only from ISNF, but also from iRacing, coming out of, basically a coma, if you will, of sim racing, to be running P2 this early on here at New Hampshire. It's almost like he never even skipped a step. It's almost like riding a bicycle for him. So nice job on him. It seems like he's kind of picking up where he left off in the league, which was up front.
That's awesome. Skylar Carnes in that number 35 Toyota for 2311. He's putting on a good show up front here so far. We're in P2. But Dylan Mason, he's checked out. He's now just about 4 seconds ahead of the rest of the field.
So he's kind of Heim time in the field, if you will.
Yep, that's for sure. Somebody I want to point out is Joshua also in the 23 machine. He's doing a phenomenal job this week, keeping it up front so far. And I know the past few weeks he has struggled some in that number 23 machine. So it's really nice to see him up here as he gets door banged by James Bowles for that position. And he will drop back, and now he's getting attacked by Hiloa Hankins.
Yeah, Kiloa Hankins, straight out of Honolulu, Hawaii, yeah.
I promise you I will get that correct at some point.
Yeah, Kiloa Hankins, I think, is the second best as far as iRating goes in this league right now. So, with a 5,002. So, Danny Solo is at a 4,900. So he's not too far behind Hankins, but Dylan Basin with a 62.64 as I just overdrove the corner.
Run side by side for that 7th spot. Or is that 6? Yeah, 7th spot. Jim Wilson's on 6th. There we go. Side by side still hitting fenders a little bit here. Let's jump back behind them here just a little bit here. We still got these guys back here of Charles Robertson, Justin Lee Pearson, Wesley Riddle, Cody Meadows, Hernandez. All these guys are trying to fight for that 10th spot as they come out of turn number 4. They were just about side by side, about 2 rows deep there, and then currently it is Charles Robertson in that number 20 machine as we have 3 wide action going on. Mark Gonzalez making a big run on the inside of the 6 and 23. He makes it stick, and he will come out in front of them, and he will tuck behind the 24 and 78 of James Bowles and Thomas Fisher. Fisher up here is still doing a pretty good job hanging on tight for that 6th spot. As those two touch a little bit. Coming down the back straightaway, let's take a look here and see if the two's going to make a dive bomb into 3, which he does not. So for now, he might be looking to go 3 wide out of turn 4.
16 just got turned backwards coming into turn 3, and he got flipped back around facing the right way. If you could do a replay on car number 16 this last lap, that would be an incredible replay, because I don't know how he got facing backwards and then back forwards again.
We will go back and take a look, see what happened to the 16. Got me into 3 that time. Oh, it actually started all the way back and coming out of turn 2. He just got loose went up and got to the 80, and then the 88, the 88 got turned to 16, and he was going backwards here. Gets tapped by the 43, which spins him back around. And while we're here on this replay, let's go ahead and take a look at the 17 of Alyssa Sharp, as she just got loose coming out of turn 2. Save it! Almost saved, but she hit hard into the inside wall on the back straightaway. That's a very tough hit there for Alyssa Sharp. Take a look here at your 3rd place of Justin Johnson, and at number 22, Pennzoil Shell Ford Mustang for Penske. He's doing a phenomenal job today.
Yeah, Justin L. Johnson is going to get a win this year. It's just a matter of time, and he will get the job done. He runs up front a lot. He's moving up in the points quite consistently, too, so...
Yeah, Johnson had a look great. Georgia, he's doing a phenomenal job up front today, but the 24 of James Bowles, he's starting to have a little issues. He hit the wall in turns 3 and 4 this last lap, and then this lap he hit the wall in turn 1 and 2 that time. So he's starting to have a little bit of struggles in that number 24 for him.
Yeah, and how about that 78 car of Thomas Fisher? He qualified well, and he's still running near where he started. And, Thomas Fisher running inside the top 10 so far this entire race. So it's one of those deals where, a little bit of in the 20 and the 24 as they keep it straight here at New Hampshire, though, under green. And I do see that Craftsman scheme now here from the booth. That is a nice looking car, yeah, with all the hands on it and everything too. So
Absolutely.
of course, I kind of like that Farm Rich Mozzarella Sticks car that John Hopley is driving as well, car number 4. I had that one actually painted here within the last week, and it looks pretty good. So
Yeah, let's go ahead and take a zoom up look at that Farm Rich Ford Mustang. It does look absolutely phenomenal. I love the way it flows and how the lettering's just curved with the flow. I absolutely love it.
I also like the cheese pull from that, on the front of the hood there where the mozzarella sticks.
Yes.
It's yeah, the cheese pull. It's pretty realistic looking. So
It does, that's for sure. Let's go ahead and take a look up here at your race leader, Kenny Basin out of Lakeland, Florida. He's starting to boot a lot of cars laps down now as he starts making his way around the 41, the 60, and the 12 as he pushes it 3 wide in the middle to get around these lap down carts. He's not playing now. He says, excuse me, I've got places to be. I got a lobster to hold. As they dive down here into turn number 1, he's just picking them off one by one. 3 wide on the inside now coming out of turn 2. I don't think he really much cares on who it is. He's going to take the 3 wide if he needs to.
Indeed.
Oh, we have a big crash up here on the front stretch. Let's take a look, see what happened.
Is there multiple cars involved?
It looks like there is multiple cars involved. The 48 gets turned. And the 77, he'll go around and hit the outside wall. And we do have Joey Maines, who did jump into the pits. And the green flag will still continue to stay out. Continuing to lap the drivers here. I'm falling back here to Thomas Flynn, that number 47 machine. He's doing a phenomenal job up here. And you're saying Thomas Flynn in the 47, he will be taking over full time for that machine?
Yes. Yeah, he will drive that machine the rest of the season, as well as Christopher Walker in the 11.
Thomas Flynn, Christopher Walker, welcome to full-time racing in the ISNF series. And I just want to point out to you, Miss Rhea, I was practicing for a week straight, ISNF. Because the iRacing Sim NASCAR Fever, that's a mouthful.
Yeah, and it started off as iRacing Sunday Night Fever, which is how the ISNF acronym became a thing. And then since it's no longer a Sunday night league, I had to kind of change it to something else that made sense. And so that's where we're at. So, yeah.
We had a very big crash here with Zach Phillips Sr. just a moment ago, as you guys saw here on our replay. He got loose and hit the wall, made up his tires, and he's still, or he was sitting down in the infield, but he was able to get that car towed. No, he's still sitting down there in the middle of 3 and 4.
Who is?
The 88. Of Zach Phillips Sr. He's still just sitting down there.
Oh yeah, I do see him.
I hope he's okay. I mean, that was a massive hit, but
88 can't park there. Can't park there, bud.
now he's starting to move once again. That was a really hard hit there for him, though.
He's probably watching the replay from his cockpit while still sitting there in the infield. See what happened.
It's possible. Definitely a very hard hit there, and you know, sometimes, you know, we may just be, you know, sim racers here on the iRacing platform, and I have actually hurt my wrist one day racing trucks at Daytona. Because
I believe it.
the wreck happened so fast and it just like ripped my uh, wheel out of my hand. I ended up actually spraining my wrist. And so after I just saw him sitting down there, I was kind of worried for a moment. But if he wasn't saying anything over the radio, he's doing just fine.
Yeah, with those direct drive belts, the wheels can definitely do some damage to your wrists and things. That's why in real life you'll see Joey Logano and Ryan Preece and a lot of drivers, they'll just do kind of a crisscross with their arms and let off the wheel entirely while they're involved in a crash. So their arms and wrists and fingers and things don't get all tore up and broken.
Yeah, a lot of the drivers actually started that practice once Danica Patrick went over into NASCAR from IndyCar. Because in IndyCar, you definitely don't want to keep your hands on the steering wheel, you know, as you're hitting that wall, because those steering wheels they have no leeway at all. So the moment you see you're hitting that wall, it's just standard practice out of IndyCar. And when Danica, I believe it was when she had that really big, massive hit at Daytona during I think it was the Gatorade Duels at the time, she let go of the steering wheel and her whole steering column bent upwards. And so after that, a lot of the drivers started picking up, okay, if I'm going to take a big hit like that, I'm going to let go.
Indeedy.
We've been watching Dylan Basin here the last couple of laps. He's starting to use that apron coming out of turn number 4 to help the car rotate better out of the corner here, which is actually a very smart move. I like that. We jump back here to the 23 of Joshua Grosso and Kuloa Hankins. They were just running side by side there for a moment, still fighting for that 6th spot. Hankins doing a wonderful job in that 6th machine so far today, as he's keeping himself up front. We had the 9th car show a little bit of smoke there coming out of turn 2, and that would be the 9 of Bob Wyckoff.
Yeah, and let's start talking pit stops, Mike, because nobody can make 60 laps on a tank of fuel. And the whole back half of this field have pitted. So the leaders, let's go ahead and go with the top 15, have not pitted yet. When do you think they're coming down?
Yep, so I'm actually here showing the top 20 have not pitted just yet, make that the top 19. So they're going to have to pit probably sometime here within the next, I would say maybe 5 laps, because, well, fresher tires here at New Hampshire make a huge difference.
Oh, yeah.
And somebody I want to point out is Mark Gonzalez in that number 2 machine for Penske. He has been kicking butt since the green flag drop, and he's already made up 28 positions all the way up to 3rd since we went green in that number 2 snap-on Ford Mustang.
Yeah, he's been on a march to the front. He's been one of my strong drivers this season as well, and definitely we'll see victory lane some point this season. He's already a Cup Series winner, and I look for him to repeat that some point this season. It's just a matter of getting past that 42 car.
Oh, absolutely. And Rhea Ferris, she's just making her way out of pit road just now. A little bit of love to Miss Rhea Ferris in that number 66 Ford Mustang for MBM Motorsports.
Yeah, Garage 66 MBM. Just mopping up a few spots, trying to keep my my series average finish at least somewhat respectable here. And as drivers tend to retire from the race, I try to go up out there and grab a point or two and park it back in the pits. So it's kind of where I'm at right now with things. But yeah, I just got some fresh shoes. I wanted to see if these tires would make an incredible difference or not. I was going to report back to you too, and let you know how big of a fall off we're looking at here in total. 'Cause, I know I was running some 34s and things, and I think my best lap is a 29. So we are looking at about a 5-second fall off, really, I think. Although Mark Gonzalez is still running a 31 out there, so
Dylan Basin,
he pitted, I
I
believe.
think he only took 2 tires on that pit stop.
Well, he might have, yeah.
Because he was only in his stall for 5 seconds. I mean, no, I don't even think that's enough to get tires at all. This is a very interesting move, possibly on his side, as we are working lap 57 now. Lap 58, as we have just about 2 more laps left before our first stage caution. As Wyckoff came down, and it looked like he may or may not have touched Basin, that number 42 machine. And Charles Robertson, he is currently out front.
Barkley, you're gonna have the button for the pits. I'm sorry, for the stage. Yeah. Trying to get a hold of an admin that's on the lead lap. To close because our stage is coming up.
And there goes Dylan Basin around Charles Robertson in that number 20 machine. He has not made his way down the pit road just yet. As he now comes down, as we begin lap 60, this should be the final lap into the stage break here. Yellow flag is now out. This will end our first stage, and the stage will go to Dylan Basin in the number 42. That was an action-filled first stage for the ISNF
And I can't believe it,
series.
but there are a handful of drivers who still haven't pitted. Angel Hernandez, Danny Solo, Cody Meadows, and Justin Barkley have not pitted. I'm doing the broadcast.
That is absolutely crazy. And here comes Dylan Basin back down pit road. Yeah, so I didn't realize how late into the stage we were. Alright, so here he comes. Now he's going to get his 4 fresh tires with the rest of the field. And while we're under this caution, I'm going to take a moment and fix a couple logos here real quick.
So I have a peanut gallery request, Mike,
Alright, what's
to
your
turn your microphone up because people are not able to hear you as well as they can hear me.
Aha, okay. Let me see what I can do about that. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, that should be a lot better. Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot better. There we go.
Hopefully, yeah. So that 51 machine of Jeff Medlin, he definitely played some strategy and got that car in P3 for this restart. So that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, for sure. You know, a lot of drivers, I think they're trying a little bit of something every which way today. You know, see how they can, you know, get a better finish, or you know, see what they can do now, see how it may affect later on as
Yep,
we
and
go
here they
back
are.
green flag racing.
Yep, and Dylan Basin will have the button here, and he is got that good restart there. As a 35 of Skylar Carnes is trying to make a move here down the backstretch. Is he going to have enough to... No, he went way too far on the inside, lost time on that lap, and is actually... Oh, is pitting. He has a black flag. The 35 car of Skylar Carnes, black flag on that restart. That is a tough break
Yeah, big.
for Skylar Carnes. Yes.
Yeah, in that beat box number 35, definitely a really heartbreak there for Skylar Carnes as he now exits the pits. I'm assuming he possibly jumped to start a little bit there.
Yeah, for sure. That's what it is, and that's part of it when you come back into iRacing after so long. You have rust, you know, to kind of, you know, break off, and it's just part of it. You know, he's gonna get the hang of it. He'll win some races before too long. He's got 9 wins already in the Cup Series to his credit, so won't be long before we see Skylar back in victory lane. Unfortunately, I don't think today's going to be that day. But that does hand over P2 to Justin L. Johnson.
Yeah.
Jeff Medlin now slides up to 3rd, Barkley 4th, and Gonzalez now sits in 5th. So, you know, it got a little bit of a shuffle there within that top 5 due to Skylar Carnes' penalty.
Whoa! Danny Solo's going for a slide on the back straightaway, and he'll mow it down. And he will have no harm, no foul, except to those Goodyear tires on his machine. But that was an incredible save there coming out of turn number 2. looks like we have Chris Van Mastert coming down pit road now.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's coming down for...
Oh, some contact between the 11 and the 47. Puts 47 into a slide. He saves it. Great. Oh, and it's sliding again. This time I think the 47 may have crashed. Let's check on the 47. I'm trying to get to him. Oh, boy. Tough break, I think, for the 47. And
Yeah, let's go back here and take a look and see what happened.
He got Dancy and Squirrely once, and then again, and I'm not sure if he made contact with the inside pit wall or not. But that was pretty incredible. The first save, anyway.
Yep, we're taking a look at that now. He got tapped in the rear by that number 11 machine. And then he got tapped again by the 21, and he did make hard contact with that inside wall. So he may have to come down pit road to get some of that damage fixed. And we see Bob Wyckoff, he has gone off track. Let's go ahead and take a look here and see what happened. And Skylar Carnes was involved as well.
Yeah, Skylar Carnes having a beef with the 9 car of Bob Wyckoff.
He held the brakes, and then he just started moving right in front of Skylar Carnes. There was not much Skylar Carnes could do there.
The 9 has no steering in the front left. The wheel is not even moving at all. So
let's take a look here at
incredible damage.
Skylar Carnes' point of view. He saw, and then he just got, his day just went from bad to worse, and that will bring out our caution here once again. Very unfortunate situation there for the number 35 machine.
Let's talk to somebody here. Let's bring him up in the booth here. Mark Gonzalez, driver of the number 2 Penske Ford. Great run so far. You've moved up over 24 spots. What's your secret? What's going on out there that you can pass everybody that quick? Or Mark Gonzalez, do you have a copy?
Yes, I have a copy, sorry.
Okay. Yeah, so we've noticed you're one of the biggest... yeah.
I'm trying to focus on entry and trying to get the looseness in the car in the center of the corner. That way I can push it off. I've seen other people struggling with getting tight off corners, so I'm just able to keep it loose off the corner, and I think that's helping me out as of right now.
Copy that. Copy that. So it sounds like maybe, are you doing any diamonding of the corners maybe?
Yes, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm hitting the bottom on entry and going up in the middle of the corner and hitting back at the bottom. Yep,
perfect. Perfect. Well, it's working for you so far. Good luck, my friend. I know you can get that car in victory lane. It's just going to be a matter of getting past that 42 car.
Yes, and I'm going to be trying to see what I can do.
Okay, man. Good luck. We'll catch you later.
All right, see you then.
Yeah. All right, driver of the number 2 Penske Ford and that Snap-on Tools car. Definitely out there to try some different techniques, maybe to sneak out a W. So, unfortunate break for the 47 car. That damage, I guess, was enough to... Actually, it was... No, not the 47. The 78 has disconnected, as well as the 35 of Skylar Carnes. Was just too much damage to fix here tonight. So early night for those two, unfortunately, here at the Magic Mile, but lots more racing to come, as we have still another 125 laps to do. And Mark Gonzalez is going to be your front runner here as we take the green flag again. So we just spoke to him. What do you think about that?
Yeah, a big, big change up front here. your top three, they did not come down pit road to get some tires on like everybody else. As you see, Dylan Basin already taking it 3 wide, trying to get back to the front. As he's now
And this might be exactly what he needed to do in order to get past that 42, was to stay out. Because, I mean, that's really one way to beat him, is you catch the 42 going down the pit road and stay out. You've just now passed the 42, but can he stay in front of the 42? That's going to be the next question we need to answer.
Oh, absolutely. As they now come down into turn number 1 and 2. So far, you know, Dylan Basin hasn't been able to make a move just yet here on Mark Gonzalez. But the reason why I'm staying right here on this, because Dylan Basin, he's fast. And he's shown it for the last 4 weeks, so he's trying to find that drive for 5 and make it work here.
Yeah.
And if those are his words, not mine. I want to put that out there. So.
Oh yeah, he's trying to coin it. Yeah.
Yep, as he's trying to get onto the inside of Mark Gonzalez, but Gonzalez is giving him a good run for his money at the moment, as they're now working through 3 and 4 here, and he's still trying to make that move on the inside, which he cannot make happen just yet. So I think Mark Gonzalez, I think he's gonna do everything he can to keep Basin behind him. And you know, you just, well, as you see Gonzalez gets loose out of turn 2, do you think it's possible that Basin is starting to get into his head a little bit here?
Yeah, I mean, I think any normal person would have Basin in their head right now. He's that quick, so.
Yeah, absolutely. As you see, he now gets to the inside of Gonzalez, but still unable to make it happen out of turn 2. It's just gonna be a moment, you know, before.
Whoa! We have the 12 just spun the 34 into the inside retaining wall.
Larry Fairman. Let's go back here and take a look, see what happened to him.
Yeah.
Looks like
That'll
he
be
just,
a caution here on lap 80.
yeah, he just got tagged there by the 12, and that just sent Larry into the inside wall. It looked like the 12, he kind of just slipped up just a little bit there. And that's definitely not something that we see every day out of Christian Delgado.
Yeah, not something we see very often. No, unfortunate situation there for Larry. Yeah, it was a one-car deal caused by another car, and it bounced back up off the inside retaining wall and onto the racetrack, and had too much damage to drive away, I think. So.
Yep, definitely playing it safe here, which is perfectly fine, as I believe they got the 2-go signal this time by. As we do have some drivers in the back taking that little chicane back there.
Yeah, the 48 car is doing the same thing. You got the 10, the 16, and the 48 all kind of doing the same thing there.
Okay, I mean, in their defense, it's a little bit of fun doing that. I mean, I irritate people when we go to Indy, because I'll run that the access road.
Okay.
Under caution. They're like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm bored. Leave me alone. But of course, you know, you never want to do it, you know, in the chance of, you know, wrecking somebody, so.
Right.
as we get now doubled up here, and Gonzalez he's going to have a hard run this time when we take the green, and we're going to have to see how hard Basin is going to, dive down into turn number 1. So this is going to be a very interesting restart here for these two drivers.
It's extended. It's extended yellow. Cars were not catching up in the back.
Yep, and the lights are back out on the pace car, as you guys see. And while we are under this caution, getting ready to take the 1 to go signal this time once again, we want to throw a big shout out to SimRacer Hub out there. We want to thank them for everything they do for all of our leagues and having it easy access to statistics. So
Yes,
definitely go check them out for your leagues that you may run. And if your league is not on it, go yell at the owner and tell them, well, it's time to get signed up. Because let me tell you what, they have statistics for almost everything out there. So definitely go ahead and go get that taken care of. As it looks like we have all of our cars lined up this time. So Fred will bring our pace car down onto pit road, and Barney will take that green flag in his hand, and now the field is in the hands of Mark Gonzalez in that number 2 Ford Mustang, and they are racing green flag once again here at New Hampshire. What a very good run there by Mark Gonzalez, as we have one car totally missing riding the outside wall, but here comes Dylan Basin onto the inside as Gonzalez hits the wall and got loose and hit the wall again, and he will fall all the way back to 6, maybe more, as we have a big wreck here in the back. The 2, the 11, the 99, the 4, a lot of cars involved this time, as they went down the back straightaway. Let's go ahead and go back. Normally I don't bring up the flag instant replay, as it's usually, just pretty simple to see, but I need to come back here and try to get the best view of this crash.
Yeah, what started that one?
Alright, so this is going to be a little different, as we're going to be seeing the UI just a little bit here. So we can bounce around and see different drivers. So it looks like in the front area, whoops, we want to go this way on it. They got 3 wide. And it looks like the 51 slid up the track. So it looks like it all started actually with the 11. So let's go ahead and come back and try to catch up here with the 11. Of Christopher Walker. All right. Now we got a better view. So the 22 got into the back end of the 11, slid him up the track into the wall in the front of Gonzalez, and that's when just all heckers broke loose. The 4 going around off the front of the 50. Yeah, just a very unfortunate timing on the 22's part of trying to get around the 11, and that just absolutely sent the 11 around.
The 99 is absolutely upset with the 24 car right now. The 99. So what happened there? Guess the 24 allegedly wrecked out the 99.
All right, let's definitely go see what we can find with that one. People heading into pits, leaving pits every which way. All right, let's take a back here. The 24 just like completely like dive bombed down into turn 3. Like everybody was braking, but it's like the 24 had no brakes whatsoever on that one. Definitely very heartbreaking there for Wesley Riddle. As you see here, the 24 locking up the front brakes, and that just sent the 99 up into the 77.
So there's some beef between there's some beef between the 7 and the 16 that are trying to wreck each other under the pace lap here, and the race admin is trying to get mad at the 7, trying to penalize the 7, I guess, for not letting the 16 car in line for the restart.
Alright, let's go ahead and get back up front here. And the green flag is out here once again. Dylan Basin leads the field out here to the green. And here comes Justin Johnson in that number 22, trying to work on the inside of the 21. As we got a lot of movement going on back here in the back. And we are 3 wide with the 1043 and the 1 car.
The 7 car was just black flagged for ramming the 16 under caution.
That's definitely a day gone more worse for Eric Jorgensen, number 7 machine. As we have huge contact with Eugene Thorne, more drivers going around, crashing out of turn 4 in the middle of 3. The 54.
Kiloa Hankins with a blown engine as well. Chris Van Maastricht, I believe, involved in that. A lot of torn up race cars.
A lot of good race cars just taken out there. Let's go back, take a look at what happened to the 43. He just got loose in front of the field. He hit the lot of carnage right there. The 34, he's coming out here just minding his own business. Big wreck in front of him. Had nowhere to go for the because the 43 was sitting in the middle of the road. Let's take a look here with Dylan Smith. He's in that number 71 machine. He just locked it up. You know, he saw the wreck in front of him, and just unfortunately again, he had nowhere to go. Koala Hankins, we kind of had like 2 different accidents happening here. We had one in the back, and then Hankins gets turned off the front end of the 5. Andrew Miller was involved in this one as well in that number 54 machine. He went up on 2 wheels right in front of the 38 of John Hopley, I believe that is. Nope, that's the 38 of Chris Van Maastricht. He had a hard impact into the wall as well. Again, a lot of really good cars taken out in this. Essentially 2 different crashes that happened all at once.
Yeah, and Chris Van Maastricht is in the booth with us right now, and with some heavy contact to the Long John Silver's number 38 Ford. So explain to us your point of view and what happened exactly in that crash.
I'm not sure what happened. I was racing the 8 for the free pass, and I saw the car going sideways. I thought I had it cleared, and all of a sudden the 35 just came out of nowhere. And car's hurt. I think it got 7.5 minutes of damage. Steering feels a little rough. I'm not sure how good we're going to be.
Well, you're gonna try to stay out there, at least salvage some points for tonight, then.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to try to do. We'll see how bad the car drives.
I know Larry was involved in a wreck not too long ago too. Is he okay with his car?
I haven't spoke to Larry yet about it.
Yeah. Copy that. All right, we're getting ready to go back to green, so good luck out there. Hopefully you can get that car back in one piece and get it competitive.
All right, thank you.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like it was extended once again. That was just an intense, crazy wreck there. A lot of hard hits for a lot of those drivers. You know, heartbreak, for quite a few of these drivers that really needed a really good, strong finish here today in New Hampshire. And unfortunately, because of that incident, that's just not going to happen this time around.
No.
As we take a look here, the field doubled up. Cody Meadows on the outside of Dylan Basin in that number 42 machine. They're going to look to get it going. Jeff Medlin in that number 51 Ford. He's up there on the outside of Justin Johnson. As the pace car is off here once again, we're going to get ready to go back green. And we are underway once again here in New Hampshire for the Dooryard 200. As Meadows, he's staying right up there on the outside of Basin this time round, but he's unable to keep it there on the exit of turn 2. But he is not letting Basin get away just yet. Side by side
behind the 16 up into the wall. Keeps it green, keeps it through. Whoa!
Big
and we got the 48 turning here.
Yep, the 48 of Joey Maines. He's looped it. I don't think anybody else touched him there. Let's go ahead and go back, take a look here, see what happened out of turn 4. So you just got the 16 going up into the wall, and then the 19 actually got touched by, I believe it was the 20, and that just sent him up into the rear end of the 48 machine of Joey Maines. So wrong place, wrong time for Maines. Just glad
what actually brought out the caution, though? Because the caution was thrown before the 48 was spun around. So I'm confused. What was there a separate incident?
Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
Let me take a second here, because my information isn't telling me anything. As we just quickly jump through the field here. Yeah, I'm not seeing any incidents here. And it very well could have been like a premature push of the yellow flag.
Yeah, it could have been. Yeah.
The 16.
It ended up being the right call at the end, but it could have been also an oopsie if nothing would have came of it, because the caution did come out before the 48 was spun around. So it was thrown in between when the 16 made contact flush to the wall while remaining straight, and the contact with the 48 going around. So somewhere right in between all of that, the button was pushed. I just didn't know if there was something maybe going on behind me or different part of the racetrack or what. So, okay.
So I've been toying around a little bit here with the new 2025 tickers and everything. And they look absolutely phenomenal, but they don't give out all that information that you give us. So
Oh, they're not?
No, unfortunately. So I am still using the 2020 or the 2020 driver info,
Hmm.
but like
So really, the 2025 ticker is not. You mean like the driver info bar
yeah, the
isn't the
driver info.
same?
Yeah, the driver info. Um, yeah, like it doesn't have some of the goodies that we currently see. Um,
Hmm.
as we are going to go ahead and go green flag racing here once again. I'll discuss more of that under the next
Yeah.
caution. As Justin Johnson quickly goes from the outside to the inside because the 51 of Jeff Medlin did not get a good start there. And that will bring Justin Johnson to the inside of Cody Meadows. But Meadows was able to get a good run out of 4 as Jeff Medlin and Johnson, they make contact. Oh,
And another wreck.
Yep, the 5 car's gone around Justin Lee Pearson. Hold on to it out of turn 4. The 77 goes around. And the caution will come out once again. I'm showing that Mark Gonzalez had issues this restart here. Let's go ahead and go back, take a look, see what happened. He was all the way down on the apron. And he just tried to get into the gas, and he just looped him around on the back straightaway. And he kept it off the inside wall. Good drive there by Mark Gonzalez to keeping it off the wall. Very good, strong, dominant, race so far, but unfortunately just did not work out for him. Let's go ahead and jump up here to Justin Lee Pearson and see what happened to him in that 5. Coming out of, see, he just got loose out of turn 4. And then he let go of the brakes, started reversing, and the 77 got into the wall, which ended up sending him around. So a lot of unfortunate information or situations there under this, causing this caution. Go ahead and go back live here. And so far, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to do something pretty cool that does come with our 2025 stuff. I'm going to show you a brief, quick race recap so far. We are working lap 103 of 200. Your current leader is Dylan Basin. And we are working caution number 7 so far for 27 laps. And let's go ahead and sit here and take a look at our weather real quick here. We have our temperature at 70 degrees. We do have a wind northeast at 4 miles per hour. It is clear with a humidity of 58%. So I really do like that. And just give you guys a general idea of the new driver bar here. Let's go ahead and go to Dylan Basin because we can get more information off of this one here. As you can see, he is currently first. He has led 81 laps so far. He is from Lakeland, Florida.
Oh, you're able to see how many laps he's led so far and everything?
Yeah.
And it's telling you where he's from, Lakeland, Florida.
Yep, because that's on another portion of the driver info tab.
Oh.
So it's not all like clumped together like we currently see, but we see like the lap led. His fastest lap was 28.930, which is about 127 miles per hour. He's currently first. He started first. His last.
Does it show his lowest in the race? Lowest position in the race?
That it does not.
Okay.
And his last pit stop was on lap 73 with a time of 5.1 seconds. So it's a pretty cool little, ticker or driver info, but it's not giving the information that we absolutely love to see as we are getting ready to go green flag racing here. And Dylan Basin, something happened to Dylan Basin. Everything's checking up. as the caution came back out. And we're gonna wait for race control on this one. Alright, pace car is now back out in front of this field. Ms. Rhea, what's going on
Yeah.
up in race control? Why did the caution come immediately back out?
So it was the 22 car that was stopped along the fence in turn 4 with a black screen. It could not see anything, and he was stopped along the wall there, and it was posing a a threat to
It's a safety
competition.
concern, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yep. So that was definitely a very smart move there on race control. It does look like though he is up and moving again in that number 22 machine. And so we're going to line him up, get ready to go green again. This time by Fred's going to bring the pace car off once again. And we are green flag here once again in New Hampshire. Let's see what Cody Meadows can do this time. He still says right on the side of Dylan Basin, but unable to keep it there. But he doesn't give up so easily, but he cannot make it happen. We have Tony Fry and Jeff Medlin running side by side for third as they go down into turn number 3 here once again. As Tony Fry in that 41, he got sideways coming in the middle of 3, and that will drop him all the way back to that 10th spot. And that will put Jeff Medlin. Oh, the 23 is around with the 10 of Danny Saho or Solo. That's very unfortunate there for these two drivers. Let's go back here and take a look and see what happened as the caution comes out.
So Iskandar in the 1 car kept getting slid down the track, I believe, by the 7. So I'm not sure what that was all about either.
As you see, the 23 and 10, they're just racing hard side by side. They both spin. Let's go to Mike Iskandar. I'm gonna have to go to my view here that I'm not very fond of to exactly see here what happened. But sometimes this could just give us a better view and picture of what happened. Yeah, so the 4 came up into the rear bumper of the 1, and that sent the 1 around, and then to add insult to injury, the 48 turned him to the outside wall, which looked more like netcode than anything. So hopefully no harm, no foul between the 1 and the 48 machine. So we have quite a few cars currently down on pit road for this caution. We have Justin Johnson, Tony Fry, Christopher Walker, Danny Solo. Is it Solo?
Solo. Even though there's 2 L's, it's Solo.
Okay, Mark Gonzalez, Chris Van Maastricht, Let's see. Thomas Flynn, he's down on pit road. Joey Maines is on pit road.
How about that strong run for Jeff Medlin in that 51 machine, subbing in there for Chase Harden tonight? It's 51's had kind of a rotation of drivers this season, so really is no really a permanent driver for it, but he's doing really good for an underfunded car up there, mingling with top competitors here midway through the race, and he's been up there all night. So
Yeah, definitely really good run for him in that number 51 machine. And something that I didn't really get to touch up on at the start of this is your top 5 picks to win. I had it up briefly. Dylan Basin is up there. Michael Hofledason, Skylar Carnes, Joshua Grosso, Justin Johnson, and Thomas Flynn is your dark horse pick. I just wanted to get that quickly out of the way since I did bring it up earlier, but did not actually go over it. As we get the green flag racing. Basing, it's an incredible
we'll have
start.
to do it next time. We have to make an announcement about that kind of thing before we impromptu change it.
Yeah. Incredible restart by Dylan Basin that time. Jeff Medlin in that number 51 still just hanging right behind Cody Meadows.
Yeah, we'll make an announcement in between races, and we'll start doing that next week. Sorry, I'm trying to have a conversation with admin at the same time.
Oh no, it's all right. Race controllers' jobs never end as we see the 22 of Justin Johnson screech his tires into turn 1 to stay off of everybody around him as they were looking to go 4 wide into turn number 1 that time. As you see the one up in the wall, he is still having troubles trying to manage that race car around this track. As we take a look here at some of these drivers, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 drivers that just ran their fastest lap this last time by. And that is including Jeff Medlin in that number 51 machine. But so far, nobody can get down into the 28s to even attempt to match that of Dylan Basin. So I think right now, as the way it looks, we are. Oh, we had trouble. Jeff Medlin.
22 and is it the 1?
Yep, Mike Isladar. Yep. So we had 2 little things here happen. First, it was Jeff Medlin. He got a little bit sideways out of turn number 2 that last time, but he was able to.
It will not be stage. It was right on the borderline. Will not be stage.
All right, so this will not be the stage caution. So let's go ahead and go back, take a look, and see what happened to 1 in the 22 machine. The 22 looks like the 22 got turned by the 24, and that just brought the 22 right in front of Iskandar. Again, unfortunate for Iskandar, wrong place, wrong time once again. But there was a lot of checking up for that spinning cars in front of him. Angel Hernandez, he's going to make his way down pit road this time by with Michael Hofledason, Joshua Grosso, Christopher Walker is coming down, Justin Barkley, Craig Lautenslager, Chris Van Maastricht, he's down, Mark Gonzalez, Thomas Flynn's in, Joey Maines is still in. So a good handful of drivers coming down to get fresh tires on their race cars.
Sorry, I was on the admin channel when I was trying to call stage, so it didn't get communicated to the rest of you guys in the timely manner, so I apologize.
Right? And you said that that will not be
Was
staged.
not staged, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so there'll be like a one lap shootout, yeah. Be about a So this will be an interesting dash for the stage. From P2 back, we already know who's going to win the stage.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So I'm gonna start calling these races the race for second.
Yes.
I mean, I even think next week when we go to where are we going next week? I think it was Kansas.
Yeah, I believe we are going to Kansas, and then it's the full length Coke 600 the week after that.
Oh, that is going to be an absolute blast to call.
Which we'll have to call it the World 600 because Coke is not a sponsor for ISNF, but yeah, the World 600, if you will. But yeah, that one will go green at I believe 3 p.m. Eastern time.
Yep.
So, yep. Longest race of the year. Crown Jewel event should be interesting.
Absolutely, as we are green flag here for a one-lap dash. And it does look like Dylan Bass and Cody Meadows will solidify first and second as the 12 of Christian Delgado got hard into the wall out of turn number 2 as they continue to run side by side for that 5th spot as they come to the start-finish line here. As these drivers will continue to stay in it, and caution will now fly as the 4 almost looped it. The 5 got up into the wall again. Your top 10 for this stage is going to be Dylan Bass and Cody Meadows.
What a shocker, yeah.
What a shocker. Charles Roberts. Dylan, we promise, my man, we love you. You are an incredible driver.
We do? No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, I do. Okay, I can't speak for everybody else, but you're definitely one I always look forward to watching. Much love to you, brother. Charles Robertson, Jeff Medlin, Justin Lee Pearson, Christian Delgado, Danny Solo, Tony Fry, Scott Trusty, and John Hopely. He'll come in, take that last stage point in that number 4 machine.
Indeed.
All right, and the field will come down pit road. So the ones that pitted under that last caution, they will stay out. And this is going to put Dylan Bass in pretty far back, as I believe he's going to fall back maybe all the way to like the 10th spot when all this is done.
Yeah.
So this is definitely going to be very interesting to see what Dylan Basin can do, you know, being so far in the back here.
So we got the driver of the 12 car up here, Christian Delgado. So some events going on, you know, throughout the race with you, some contact early with the 34, and then some other contact, I guess, back and forth with some others. So walk us through, you know, what's going on out there as far as like some of the beef, or is it just hard racing in the corners?
I mean, for me, it's a little bit of a skill issue. I mean, once again, Fanatec letting me down. The software isn't detecting my wheel or pedals, so I don't have any force feedback or any like kind of any type of implication on the pedals of what my car is doing. So I'm just trying to get the most I can out of it. Unfortunately, I got in the back of Larry there, like, 20 odd laps ago. But and then I guess the 5 wanted to use me up there going to the stage, and then wanted to brake check me coming down pit road. But hopefully he doesn't take it into the race. I just thought it was kind of hard racing, and he used me up in the turn 1, and so I kind of used him up a little bit in the turn 3, and then he wanted to try to wreck me after the stage. But I just think a lot for most of it, it's just kind of hard racing. Guys just trying to take advantage of other people's shortcomings, and unfortunately, you get that sometimes.
Right. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, my friend, but we're going back to green. Good luck. Hopefully your luck turns around here for you and you can get that car at podium.
Yeah, thanks, Rhea.
Yep.
All right, so for once, we got Danny Solo and Tony Fry on the front row going green flag racing. And it looks like one person did not get he missed a shift, and he's fallen all the way back as we got side-by-side racing for second.
Was that Cody Meadows that missed a shift, or?
I believe it was Cody Meadows who missed that shift on that restart, and he fell all the way back to 10th. And Dylan Bason's, he got wrecked up into the wall, and
Yeah, Dylan Basin is now
Basin is
wrecking.
around. Oh, hard hit. What an impact from the 19 to Dylan Basin. I'm sorry, that was a hard hit. Wow. Let's come back and take a look and see what happened here. Oh,
So Dylan is saying, you guys finally did it. You finally did it. It took me.
oh my. Multiple people just hit him. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Yeah, yeah, I don't know if I want to show that on replay, but that was very unfortunate there for the 42. So let's go ahead and take a look here and see what happened. Yeah, looks like the 19, he possibly, looks like he possibly got hit there. I'm gonna go ahead and go back, take a look here at the 19, because that's what it looked like in the replay. It's fine. Justin Barkley here. Yeah, it looks like, yeah, the 5 kind of, yeah, he got sandwiched and got turned up into Dylan Basin there. And then I said I was going to fight this one here just a little bit if I wanted to show it or not. But as you see, Bason's just coming out here, and I think something finally broke on his car and sent him to the outside wall. And then the 19 just was aiming for him, it looked like. Unless it's something broke on his machine, I don't know. But that will take out Dylan Bason's drive for 5.
Yeah, and they're saying on the radio too that they don't really trust certain drivers in the corners except for the number 8 machine driven by Scott. You go ahead and finish up the last name on that one.
I say trusty. Oh my god.
I know, right? Was that a dad joke, or was that a dad joke?
That was a dad joke. Don't trust anybody but Trusty.
Yep. So the 42 of Dylan Basin just put it on the hauler and sending it back to corporate headquarters. So 42 will not be the drive for 5 tonight.
Yep, and the 41 missed a shift, so he's gonna fall back a little bit here towards the 4th spot, and that brings Michael Hofflegason up front, and Danny Solo, he will continue to lead out front of this field as we fall back here to the 45 as he's working on the inside of Joshua Grosso. So with Dylan Basin now out of the picture, who are we looking at to win this thing?
We're probably looking at the. Whoa!
Oh! Huge.
And unfortunately, I had nowhere to go. I was locked down on the brakes. I could not go anywhere, and unfortunately, that I piled in there at the end.
Whoever had that first hit, which might have been Justin Lee Pearson, that was a nasty hit, as we all heard the big hard hit as
Yeah.
they dived down. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Very hard hit there for the 8 car and the 5. And then with Miss Ferris with nowhere to go, as we come back here and take a look at Scott Trusty and that 8 who got turned into the wall. So apparently, yeah, you still can trust him, because that was
Yes.
not his fault.
Right. So very, very trusty there, yeah. But I am going to run to the facilities and get something to drink, and I will be back while my car is getting fixed on pit road.
Alrighty.
I will be back.
Alright. As we get the 2 to go signal this time, as we see the wave around for the Lucky Dog in happenings here. We got Danny Solo out front with Michael Hoffley-Dason, Tony Fry in that number 41. Joshua Grosso in the number 23, he's 4th. Angel Hernandez, he will be 5th. Charles Robertson is 6th. Cody Meadows in the number 21 will be 7th. The 51 of Jeff Medlin, he will be 8th. Christian Delgado in the 12th car will be 9th. And rounding out your top 10 so far is going to be that number 22 of Justin Johnson. This is a really big turning point in the race from that last caution, with Dylan Basin backing it up, unable to complete that 5P win. But he's going to come back next week in Kansas and show us all that it's still possible that he can get it done here in the ISNF series. As the drivers now double up and get ready to go green flag racing here once again. As we get ready to go green flag racing here once again, Danny Solo bringing the field to the green. Much better start this time for Michael Hoffley-Dason in that, Tony Fry in that number 41 machine. He did not miss a shift that time, and now he is still fighting hard side by side with Michael Hoffley-Dason trying to take over that second place, but unfortunately he cannot get the job done, as Joshua Grosso is looking to his outside now to take over that 3rd spot, as we have 2 cars up in the wall. Not sure who that was, but it might have been involved with the 8 car of Scott Trusty, I believe. As we have the 44 heading up towards the wall, and Danny Solo having issues, so he will fall all the way back to that 11th spot. As he is now trying to get his wheels back under him to start making his way back towards the front. So that will hand over your race lead to the number 16 of Michael Hofledason for colleague racing. But hot on his tail is that number 23 for 2311 Racing of Joshua Grasho. And Justin Johnson looks like he's gone around. Let's go back and take a look, see what happened to him here. As they come out of turn number 2, he throttles up and he just loses it and holds it down, keeps it off the wall. No harm, no foul for him. As we come back live, Michael Hofledason starting to feel that pressure from Joshua Grosh. So in that number 23 machine, as Grosso, he's starting to make noise right there on the back bumper of Hofledason. And it's going to probably just be a matter of time as you see Hofledason lock up those tires getting into turn 1. Oh, hard contact for Grosso into the outside wall. That's going to change how that number 23 machine runs, as you see heavy contact and wheel damage for that number 23 machine. That will allow Tony Fry in that 41 to get around him for that second spot. Now he's just having a hard time getting that car to rotate in the corners. So we're just going to see Joshua Grosso at this point begin to fall back. So he's going to have to pray that we get a caution, as we have Jeff Medlin trying to make it 3 wide for that third spot. But he's unable to get the job done in 3 and 4.
So, the 16's been leading. I know he has not made a lot of friends out there tonight. I know he was caught up in some shenanigans early, so I'm not sure if that's going to affect his chances tonight here at New Hampshire. But time will tell, as we have, about 60 laps to go here at the Magic Mile of New Hampshire Speedway. Race number 10 on season 10.
Yeah, absolutely. And we have the 10 of Danny Solo bouncing off the wall out of turn 2. And he gets it off the wall, keeps it going straight. Doesn't seem to be much damage to his vehicle tire-wise, but again, another heartbreak situation for Danny Solo in that number 10 machine.
Okay, I just got the damage fixed on my number 66 back marker machine here.
Absolutely. And Meadows got loose out of 4, which is allowing Mark Gonzalez to get around him. And that brings Jeff Medlin in that number 51 machine back to his back bumper. Jeff Medlin out of Quincy, Illinois. He's looking to make some noise in that number 51 machine. I'm showing that this is his first start in that 51 machine and with the league all around.
Yes.
So he's putting out another good show out here.
Yes.
For that underfunded race team. Hopefully we'll see him out here again. Lot of movement back here between Christian Delgado, Danny Solo, as they dive down here into turn number 3 and 4. And here comes the 24 of James Bowles. He's trying to mix it up here, being a lap down in that 21st position. He's like, I may be a lap down, but I'm not going to give up these spots very easily just for you guys. As you see, he is really making these guys on the lead lap run for their money here, as he squeezes up in front of Delgado, and Delgado goes back onto the inside. It doesn't matter if you're a lap down or not. We always love seeing really good races. or racing inside the race, and the 24 of James Bowles is doing just that for us here at New Hampshire.
Indeed.
Mark Gonzalez finally made his way around that number 41 of Tony Fry as they exit turn number 4. Now Mark Gonzalez can put his eye out to Michael Haflidason in that number 16 machine. So let's go back here just a brief moment and let's take a look at Rhea's top 5 picks to win. We have Dylan Basin, he was on top, but now it's Michael Haflidason, which is her second choice to win this race. And so Haflidason is in a very good position here.
And I don't believe he has a win on the season yet, does he? This season?
I don't believe he does. So it's going to be very interesting to see what these drivers can do. Just want to come back out here to Justin Johnson real quick in this number 22 Pennzoil Ford Mustang for Penske. He's having a lot of trouble today in that number 22, getting it to the front. So that's very...
What position is the 22 car in?
He's currently in 15th.
Okay.
So he is struggling just a little bit. Catching up here with Joshua Grosso in that number 23 machine. He's all the way back here now in that 12th spot. As we catch back up here with Mark Gonzalez in that number 2 and Michael Haflidason. Gonzalez is now pretty much right on that back bumper, just 1.5 car lengths difference between the two, now 2 car lengths. But Gonzalez makes a big advantage getting into these corners, but it looks like Haflidason is able to pull away out of the corner, so that's pretty much evening themselves out. But that last time, Mark Gonzalez did drive a little bit faster, as you see Haflidason locking up those brakes, getting into turn number 1. As you see, Rhea Ferris get a little bit sideways out of turn 2, but gets down out of the way for those race leaders. Mark Gonzalez has now put that target on the back bumper of that number 16 machine, as he's going to now try to make his way around, but he's got to figure out when and where to strike, as he is definitely faster currently than Haflidason, but not by much. So he's going to need one of these lap cars possibly to hold them up so that he can get a good run. As you see, the leader gets pinched down on the apron by the 38 machine, and that will allow Gonzalez to get a good run here at turn 2, but it's not going to be enough. Michael Haflidason still out front as they dive down here into turn number 3 and 4. Gonzalez now onto the outside, and he's going to drive around as we have a yellow out. Yellow flag is out. At this moment, we are unsure of why, but let's take a break here. Let's come back here, take a look, and see what we can find. Looks like it's going to be for the 5 of Justin Lee Pearson out of turn number 2. Let's go ahead and switch that back over. As you see, he's running side by side hard with that number 4 machine. and they kind of just meet out of the corner as the 4 and the 5 both go sideways, but the 4 does make heavy contact with the outside wall, and that is what will bring out our next caution.
So the number 7 of Eric Jorgensen is now leading, it shows. He stayed out.
Yeah, he did stay out, and he's going to have just about 23 laps on his tires. So that, oh man, I don't know if that was a good choice by Jorgensen, but I guess he's just trying to turn his race around, and I don't know. Maybe that was the right call. Maybe it wasn't, but I guess we're going to find out.
So there's some controversy about Eric. I guess he was possibly given the free pass, and then he's now showing the leader. And a 24 car is calling out some sort of shenanigans about that.
Wow.
Never mind, the 38 got the free pass the last time by, so...
Yeah, and we are back green flag racing, and whoa, big contact. The 16 of Halfley Dason gets shoved out. What a crazy restart there as they continue to run 3-4 wide out here, heading down into turn number 3 as they continue to beat and bang back there with Cody Meadows, Eric Jorgensen, and Hernandez, I believe it is, all out here. They're starting to play bumper cars out here as we have just about 44 laps remaining. Things are starting to settle down here as it looks like Jeff Medlin, he's looking to make a move on the inside of Charles Roberson for that 3rd spot, but unable to make it work. And here comes Cody Meadows to the inside of Medlin to take over that 4th spot. Things are currently settled down for the moment. Now Jeff Medlin, he's making a move on Charles Roberson once again. Unable to hold it and make it stick out of turn 2. But Mark Gonzalez in that number 2 machine, he is currently out front. Tony Fry in that 41 having a very strong race today, which he has desperately needed because of the amount of issues he's been having the last 4 races. So that's definitely a big turnaround for Tony Fry in that 41 machine.
Yeah, it's good to see some of these guys having good runs, especially, after, some of the turmoil they've been through so far this season. So see the 7 car already dropped back to P9.
Yep. Jorgensen is back in P9 now from that, since we got back green flag racing. Your biggest mover so far of the race is none other than Mark Gonzalez. He's moved up 30 spots to get to that top spot. So that's an incredible run there for him. And same with Eric Jorgensen in that 7. He may be falling back currently, but he has moved up 28 spots since we went green this evening.
But the biggest mover is your race leader, up 30 spots, Mark Gonzalez.
Absolutely. Mark Gonzalez, he is looking for his second win here in the ISNF series. And he's putting on a very strong race here today. Everywhere we go, Mark Gonzalez is usually one of the ones that you can always watch, as it seemed Meadows had issues getting down into turn one, and he just lost about 4 spots there, pulling himself all the way back to that 8th spot. As the 16 gets in deep, almost gets into the back of Justin Johnson, but they were able to keep it off of each other and continue racing side by side out of turn 4. The 616 keeps locking up his brakes here, getting into these corners. He's got to be careful so that he doesn't burn up his tires by driving in so deep. Like, I know you want to stay up with these guys, but you got to save your tires too. And burning them up every single corner is just not going to make it happen, as Jeff Medlin is finally working his way around the number 20 machine of Charles Roberson as they exit turn number 2, still drag racing down the back straightaway here. Down into turn number 3, side by side still. Medlin not giving up, trying to overtake that spot. Roberson does not want to give up that spot. And it looks like Roberson, he will come out on top for the time being and stay in that 3rd spot, as he sets his eyes on Tony Fry in that number 41 machine for HFT.
Boss Factory Team, yep.
Yep. Really good, strong performance for him out here today. As we move back here to the 77 of Chris Lautenslager and Christopher Walker in that number 11, running side by side down the front straightaway here for that 11th spot. And it looks like Lautenslager will go ahead and take it over, and Walker will just settle down behind him for the moment, but he was looking to his inside, but decided the better of it and to stay behind of the 77 for the moment. Justin Johnson has now worked his way back up to that 5th spot. Michael Hoffledason, he's starting to work his way back towards the front of this field. As he goes up and gives a little bit of love to Justin Johnson in the driver's side of his race car. Drag race down into turn number 1. It will be Hoffledason taking over that 5th spot, maybe. But Johnson is coming back strong on the outside. Now they're drag racing down the back straightaway here once again at New Hampshire. These two drivers dive deep into turn 3, trying to get the better of the run, still side by side. 16 once again locks up, slides up the track, and that will give the advantage over to Johnson out of turn number 2. And so Hoffledason will have to just settle down back into that 6th spot. But he does not wait very long before he starts to attack again by going heavy down on that apron, getting around the 22, and the 22 crosses over, and now they will door bang each other out of turn 4, and they'll continue to run side by side, still door banging. Justin Johnson running Michael Hoffledason up the track into turn number 1. But here comes Hoffledason back onto the inside, and he kind of returns the favor and kind of gives the shove to the 22, and the 22 will take back over the crossover and a little bump from Hoffledason. This race is getting intense here for this 5th spot, and that's all right by Angel Hernandez, as he'll start making his way around these two to take over that top 5 spot as he begins to Rhea Ferris has gone around.
Yeah, I got out of the way in time.
let's go back, take a look, see what happened.
I doubt I money shifted too early. I geared down in the corners, but I geared down just a smidgen too early, and it put me into a slide.
Yep. And you pulled away, perfectly done. Christian Delgado in that 12 had just had an issue here as well. Coming out of turn number 2, he got into the throttle a little too hard, and once again he kept it off the wall.
Yeah, I got lucky that no one else was involved in that, because that would have been I would have been feeling pretty guilty over that. But luckily, no harm, no foul on that spin.
Absolutely, definitely good movements on your end, as you see Angel Hernandez trying to make a run to the outside of Michael Hoffledason now, as they come out of turn number 4. Now they're drag racing down the front straightaway. Hernandez is making that top lane work, as he does currently pull in front of the 16, and the 16 using up everything on the inside and out of the corner, and it will be Hernandez getting over into that 6th spot.
Are you kidding me? This time, I was involved. Shit.
And the yellow flag will come out, as you heard from Rhea herself, as she got down onto the apron here, slows up and spins it around up into the middle of the track, and she gets hit hard by...
Who did I take out?
Who was that there?
Who did I take out by accident?
That would be the number 10 of Danny
Oh, it
Solo.
sucks.
And let's go ahead and ride on board with Solo and see what he saw. We're going to actually do it right here from driver's standpoint. As you see. Oh, why? Okay,
So
I'm going to make you feel better. I'm going to make
Why?
you feel better. He stayed in the gas. Like,
oh.
he saw you spin out, but he just stayed in the gas. If
Okay, so I apologize for getting into the 10 car. I feel bad about that. However, the broadcaster is trying to ease my guilt by saying that the 10 car stayed in the gas full throttle into me in that spin.
yeah,
So,
like he can clearly see you spinning, and instead of
I held my brakes. I was just
Oh, yeah.
sliding. I couldn't. Yeah, and the broadcaster is confirming that I did have my brakes completely fully applied. It's just I couldn't stop on a dime. That's all.
Right. Yeah, the 10 definitely saw you spin. He could have, as soon as you started spinning, he could have lifted, got into the brake just a little bit to decide on, where to go. But instead, he stayed in it and then just drifted up the track, right into your side. So...
You think the 10 still has a shot at getting a win? Because, I mean, hopefully he still can be in contention despite the damage. I mean, how much damage did he get?
He got a pretty good amount of damage. He's still down on pit road, and he will go a lap down right here.
Oh, man. Well, I do feel bad about that.
Yeah, it definitely happens at times. And all you really can do is, just reassure him, that you feel bad, it wasn't intentional. But again, I'm gonna have to stand with you on this side that he didn't do everything he can to protect the car.
Well, he did. He said that he expected me to hold the brakes, but I was on the brakes, so there wasn't much more I could really do. And I just, yeah,
I mean, regardless if you held the brakes or not, he saw you
Yeah.
spinning and he just decided to stay in it. You know, and that's one of the things that, you know, I like to preach that I was taught by my race team owner. Um, you know, protect the car at all costs. You know, you may lose, you know, a half second, a second, maybe 2 seconds, but at the end of the day, your race car's clean and you're fighting for, you know, a potential top 10, you know? And so
yeah,
protecting the car at all costs is definitely the name of this game. And that's just something that he didn't do, you know, when he saw you wrecking. He kind of just, he throttled back up and took it as if you weren't even there. And so I can't, I can't blame you on this one. But we are going back green flag racing. Tony Frey, Jeff Medlin. Frey gets a good start here. Justin Johnson, he also gets a good jump. And he's now battling side by side for that second spot as Medlin, he drives way up track. And that will allow Johnson to continue to run side by side as they dive down here into turn number 3 here once again. Johnson trying to make moves to get in front of these next two drivers. So Justin Johnson, he's looking to make a statement here in New Hampshire. You know, saying that, oh, and we have Tony Frey hard into the outside wall into turn number 1. And the 22
oh, the 22's
of
getting
Justin.
spun, and the 2 as well. 2 Penske cars spun on the backstretch. Caution is out.
Your race leaders spun on the back straightaway coming out of turn number 2. Let's come back here, take a look, see what happened. It looked like the 22 just lost it out of the corner. Oh, hard hit there for Mark Gonzalez in that 2 machine. I think he may have had a little bit of help. Oh, I don't... Wait. Okay, I'm confused. Let me go back to my...
The 2 was saying the 41 checked up and he had nowhere to go or something.
Yep, so okay, so there must have been oil or something on the track because the leader spun out, the 42 spun out, the 2 got into the back end of the race leader, and that's all, where all heck broke loose. But now we are getting down here to the nitty-gritty. 18 laps remaining in this event. Mark Gonzalez, Justin Johnson, Joshua Grosso, Chris Van Mastert, he's on down here. Danny Solo, he's still trying to get, you know, repairs on his machine. And out of front, we have Jeff Medlin in that number 51 Ford Mustang. And right behind him is Michael Hoffledason. That did not take long for him to get back out towards the front.
I think, did Mark Gonzalez go a lap down on this one?
Yes, he will
maybe
be
not.
going.
Maybe not.
It's going to be really close. Nope, he's good. He got out in time.
So the first car 1 lap down will end up being Thomas Flynn.
Yeah, I'm showing that he's actually still on the same lap as the race leaders, I think, yeah. Oh, no, wait. Nope, he's still one lap down. But he will be the next lucky dog as long as he stays out of trouble. Base car is off. It is in the hands of Jeff Medlin. And we are green flag racing once again here in New Hampshire. Cody Meadows give Medlin a hard push down the front straightaway. And
Oh, the 20 just got sideways. Big wreck.
Big Rick is around.
22 is also spinning too.
Yep. Chris. Oh, the 51 has gone around as well. Your race leader had troubles here as well. So let's go back here to Charles Robertson at this restart. He just locked it up, getting down into turn 1, and heavy impact by the 2, it looks like, and the 48. Definitely very unfortunate there for those two drivers. Yeah, Mark Gonzalez, Joey Maines involved in that one. And then a little bit later, Jeff Medlin had issues coming out of turn 2. As you see, he got he got way up track, turned sideways in the middle of the track. Luckily, nobody hit him, but that will drop him all the way back to the 15th spot from your race lead. So once again, it all changes up here, and now Cody Meadows in the number 21 is the race leader.
There was a lot of yelling back and forth against the 20 car for trying to force it 4 wide with only 16 to go. And I guess self-spun himself for the 4th straight week or something. So
Yep.
I guess there's some yelling and yammering back and forth on that one, I guess.
Yep, he definitely went in there a little bit too hot, stuck his nose to the inside. I don't think he should have done that, so I have to agree with the drivers that are, complaining the most about it. There wasn't room there, and he tried to make room for, real estate that was not vacant, and he ended up having to get hard into the brakes, and that caused him to go around and slide up in front of the rest of the field.
Gotcha. Do you think who do you think's going to end up getting this win? I'm kind of pulling for Cody Meadows at this point. But
Yeah, Cody Meadows in that number 21. He's been struggling the last couple weeks as well, but every time, leading up to that, he's been very strong, and he's still searching for that first win here in ISNF. Angel Hernandez up in that number 45 machine. He's been strong week in, week out. You also got Tony Fry up here as well. So, some of these guys are looking for a strong finish, and a couple of them are looking for their first win of this, of the series in general. So, I'm rooting for a lot of these underdogs up here, as a lot of braking. Oh, hard contact for somebody in the back, and that will be Scott Trusty. As the yellow will come out here once again. Let's come back and take a look, see what happened. As we go back, green flag racing. Down into turn 1, the 71 just missed his braking point, and that turned him up right in front of the 23. Again, very unfortunate for Scott Trusty there.
So the 7 made contact with the 8, or
It was.
yeah, who got into the 8 car?
The 71. 71 got in a little too high. I'm sorry,
okay.
the 7. The 7, yeah, it was the 7. From the angle I was looking at, it looked like the 71, but it was the 7. So the
Okay.
7 of Eric Jorgensen. He got into turn 1 a little too hot, slid right up and got into the back bumper of the 8.
Everybody's saying now that Hopley's car is making them hungry because of the mozzarella sticks.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm right there with him. Let's go ahead and take a look here at that number 4 machine once again, just to make everybody continue to be hungry. Go get yourself some mozzarella sticks. Make your homemade mozzarella sticks if you got them. As we get ready to double them up here, and let's do this once again. We will have 8 laps to go when we take the green flag here at New Hampshire for the Dooryard 200.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I gotta park my car in the garage.
Now I gotta park the car in the Harvard yard. Yeah.
That is true.
And then there's a saying in Maine too, you can't get there from here.
Yep. Absolutely. As we get ready to go green flag, it is in the hands of Cody Meadows on that outside, and he'll get a good shove by Christian Delgado, who snuck himself up into that 3rd spot. I didn't realize Delgado got up there already as they drive up the track in turns 1 and 2, and now your race leaders drag
Oh,
racing.
77 just got spun to the inside retaining wall. I think we're going to stay green, though, because it's just a one car deal.
Yep.
Yeah, we stay green here at New Hampshire.
We'll go ahead and
Tough
go back.
break on the 77 of Craig Lautenslager here when the closing laps at New Hampshire.
Yep, it looks like he got turned off the front end of the 5 machine. And let's go ahead and go back live to our race leaders. Cody Meadows, Michael Hopley still running side by side as they touch a little bit there coming out of turn number 4. Michael Hopley currently gets turned off the front end, and that should bring out a caution as the 16 goes around. Watch out, everybody.
Oh,
Hard
somebody else just
contacts.
clipped him. The 4 car of John Hopley. How did he not see the 16 stopped on the track?
Wow, what a hard hit there for some of these drivers. Let's go back, take a look at what happened coming out of turn number 4. It just... Yep, the 41 got involved. Yeah, it just... Hopley, just like he just didn't want to slow down, maybe? I think we got him thinking about his
Yeah, I don't. So go to cockpit, see if you can see what Hopley saw coming off that. I'm gonna do the same thing here. I'm gonna see.
All right, yeah. So he sees the smoke. He's still in it. Still in it. Still in it.
Oh,
Still
you know
in it.
what it
Still in
was?
it.
The 48 car was blocking the view, and it was too late by the time the 48. I don't know. You could see the smoke.
You can see
though.
the smoke, and you can see everybody around you start lifting. Yeah.
I think he was trying to avoid wrecking Chris too, because Chris Van Maastricht in the 38, his teammate, was to his outside. He was probably trying to thread the needle and not wreck the 38.
Right.
But he was going way too fast. I think that was a lot of it too. Compared to the traffic around him, he was way too throttled up still.
Yep.
Yep. So I think the speed was what really inevitably got him, unfortunately. So that might be a day ender for John Hopley in the 4 car.
Yeah, absolutely. And I went ahead and went on board with the 21 of Cody Meadows there coming out of turn 4. It looked like he got a little bit loose and then straightened it out, but by the time he realized he was facing the, downward towards Hoflidason, I think at that point it was a little too late, but it definitely was not intentional there at all for Cody Meadows. Unless if, race control looks at it later and, decides, see something different than what I saw. But for now, Cody Meadows on the inside, Delgado on the outside. We're getting ready for a dash to the end. It looks like we're going to have a green-white checkered here. Not sure if this is an official green-white checkered, but it's going to be a green-white checkered. Nice and easy for these drivers. It is time for these drivers to race smart. Let's get through the next 2 laps.
I don't even have the buttons anywhere near me.
As we get an extension here.
Yeah, I don't even have the controls anywhere near me right now. Like for that, like those hotkeys. So somehow the yellow got extended and I don't even... Yeah, it somehow it got extended and I didn't even push anything, but it's telling everybody that I did. So I don't know. Oh well, we have one less GWC to burn, I guess. We need to stick a fork in this thing and call it done anyway, because this thing has been brutal.
It has been just a little brutal, but it's been very enjoyable. Really good racing throughout the whole entire race, though, as we get going here once again for a green-white checkered. Cody Meadows brings the field down, and we are green flag racing here once again. Meadows gets out to a nice early lead as you have Angel Hernandez and Christian Delgado fighting it, but Delgado, he's going to fall back to a 3-wide situation as we have trouble on the back straightaway, but we stay green. No, caution will come out. Huge contacts here going on the back straightaway. Let's come back here, take a look and see what happened. First going 4 wide. A lot of beating and banging. Yep, they were just trying to go 4 wide. Hard impact for Tony Fry and that number 41 machine. We're going to catch up now here with Scott Trusty as he got sideways a little bit there, and then he just got tagged by the cars that were wrecking behind him. Chris Van Maastricht, let's see what happened with him in that number 38 machine. Yeah, he was in that 3-wide situation that they just couldn't go anywhere. Lawton Slager was involved in there as well. Christopher Walker, let's take a look here. And that number 11 machine. This was later on. He just got turned to the outside wall heading down into turn 3. So that was a whole separate incident there for Walker as he gets his car turned back around facing the correct way.
So yeah, so now, um, Cody Meadows and Angel and Delgado actually. So the top three cars all have the same tire wear, so that is good. P4 and 5 have a little bit fresher tires than the front three, with Justin L. Johnson having the better of the tires amongst the top 6. So I just don't know, though, what kind of damage a 22 car. He's been involved in a lot of stuff. We already talked to the 12 car. 12 doesn't have any force feedback. I don't even know how the 12 is running as good as he is with that situation, to be honest with you. He must be Superman tonight.
Talent. Christian Delgado, he's got a lot of talent behind that wheel of that number 12 machine.
It's all driver. Yeah, it's all driver tonight. So that just speaks volumes on his talent level, his skill level here. So hopefully this will be the final GWC here tonight, as lights are off on the pace car and we should be going green here, hopefully for the final time here tonight, and we'll find out who's going to win the Dooryard 200 here at New Hampshire. Green flag is in the air. 21 car with a bump from his teammate from behind in the 12, as the 21 off to a good start on that inside line. Delgado trying to follow in his footsteps, as the 45 is stuck on the outside line. Can he get the momentum to catch up to the 21 in time, though?
As we see the 51 trying to make it 4 wide, trying to move his way back up through the field to get into the top 3, unable to make it, as we have a crash on the back straightaway, but the white flag will come out, and we will stay green. And it's all, looks like it is all Cody Meadows, Justin Lee Pearson in that 5. He just got around
No
Angel
caution, no
Hernandez.
caution.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Dooryard 200 race winner will be Cody Meadows, with Justin Lee Pearson in
As
that
it's going to
5.
be Cody Meadows with his first career win here in the ISNF Cup Series. And the number 21 Ford, a little door bump and some love there from Delgado, his friend and teammate. Good run for both of those cars. Delgado finishing also a podium there. Mark Gonzalez coming up here too to give him a little tap from behind to show support. Mark Gonzalez ends up P6, so good runs there. However, the 22 car, 22, I guess, got turned by the 16 or something like that. There's some beef and controversy going on, but overall, good run, good performance by Team Penske here tonight, and the Fords taking advantage and capitalizing on the misfortunes of the Dillon Basin incident. So
Yeah, that caution or that big wreck at turn 4 that last time by, there was like 6-7 cars involved. I think it was the 47, the 77, the 1, the 44 possibly, the 11, he's involved, the 1, yeah, a lot of chaos there. Michael Hoffledason heading down into turn number 1. He just overdrove it a little bit and got up into the 7 or into the 22, and that's where Johnson goes around. Bowles is involved in that one. Joey Main's involved in the first one. The 77, I'm not sure what happened with him. I think
I don't know.
he was involved in that one. Okay.
Oh, okay. Well, that was a good run by those guys. We'll speak to them here in just a moment. Don't forget the top 3 finishers must go to the winner's circle for a post-race interview. And we'll start off things with Christian Delgado. So as we were getting ready to drop that final GWC there, what ended up being the final GWC, I mentioned to Mike here in the booth that you, as a reminder, were driving without force feedback, and then you must have been Superman. And he brought up the fact that's just what it's doing is showcasing your skill behind the wheel because the lack of force feedback. And I agreed with them. I said it's now actually completely showing your skill set and your ability here behind the wheel at New Hampshire, because it was all driver. Obviously, you didn't have the luxury of the feel that you normally do, so you were handicapped from the start. So, congratulations, that's almost like a win, because imagine if you would have had force feedback, you'd probably be the one actually doing donuts for victory lane. But man, that's what your second or third, I think third podium of the season or something, Christian. So nice work, great points. Love to see the teammate interaction out there on the start finish line too. So how do you feel about this one?
Yeah, man. We'll we'll take it. I mean, like you kind of put it all to a T there. I mean, the car was not easy to drive all race. I mean, having no feeling in the car, what it wants to do or not. And there's a couple of times, obviously, where I made a mistake. I think I got into the 34 once. I think I got into the 60. I think I'm the guy who actually caused the first caution. I think I got into Jeff, unfortunately. I'm sorry to Jeff for that.
You're gonna need to write an apology letter
Yeah,
to
yeah,
him.
yeah. I'm gonna have to. I do not want Jeff's address, unlike some people. So,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
but yeah, it was definitely not easy, especially when you got people like Angel and Josh and those guys up there that were, if I messed up there, they were definitely gonna take advantage and stuff. I think everybody knew that I was on a little bit of that I was having issues because I think it was Hopley who came over the mic and said, "Hey Christian, like you're on the top one end, you're on the bottom this one. What's going on?" I was like, "I don't have any force feedback, so I can't really put the car where I probably want to sometimes." And then so I'm pretty sure everybody knew that I was at a disadvantage there. So, but yeah,
Crazy.
I'm super happy for Cody. Obviously, a really good friend of mine, got him into the league, and obviously he's shown a lot of speed all season, and
Oh, for sure.
and has gotten a couple wins probably taken away from him. Obviously, what if, right? If I had force feedback, but obviously, if Dylan was still here, if he didn't get wrecked out, he probably would have still smoked us. But I guess we got lucky there, and the 42 had to go home early and allowed some of us humans to race it out here for the win. And yeah, I mean, happy to come home with the P3. Obviously, still chasing that first win, but I guess with what was given to me, wasn't meant to be. But we'll definitely take a P3.
Awesome, man. Well, congratulations. We'll let you go. We got a couple more interviews in the plan, and hopefully you can put that skill set going out to your home track next week. Unless you're going to be at the track live.
No, I don't think I'm gonna be at Kansas. I'm actually going to Dega again this year in almost a month on the dot. So we put all the Easter eggs in that basket this year. So yeah, we'll be there next week. I'm super excited. Obviously, Kansas a home track of mine, track that I've historically
Well, we'll
been
talk to you again soon. Congratulations.
Yeah, thanks, Ria.
I think we may have lost Rhea there for a moment. Let's look here.
Okay, we have Justin Lee Pearson in the booth here, subbing for Steven Sear tonight, one of our hometown heroes that would have been in here, number 5 car. Congratulations on a P2. I know it was a triumphant P2 because you had to come through a lot of adversity to get there.
Yeah. Yeah, it was a long race. I know one of those accidents was my fault. I apologize to that guy, but the other 47 contact points wasn't. I was trying to keep people off of me. But yeah, it was a good run. If Steven was in here, he probably would have won the thing. So
Yeah. Well, so walk us through, some of the highlights for you. I mean, you came in last second. I mean, first of all, have you raced at this track very much, coming into it? I know it was kind of a last minute decision to go ahead and race tonight and cover a car. So, what was your experience at this track prior?
yeah, not much at all, really. I had the day off, so that's why I texted you last minute on Saturday, see if you got room,
Nice.
so I can race. But yeah, I mean, once I got a clean car and got some tires and stayed even, I had a shot. If I took damage a little earlier or got it fixed one pit stop earlier, I think I could have won it. But oh well, next time.
Yeah. All right, my friend. Well, go celebrate on your P2. I appreciate you subbing in the league and appreciate your participation and all that. And we look forward to seeing you out here again soon.
I appreciate it, Rhea, and shout out to you guys for running this thing. Good job, and Alyssa for adminning it, and Team Hendrick for letting me drive. So have a good night,
Appreciate
guys.
it, man. You too. Thank you. All right, and our winner in Victory Lane, hoisting the trophy here at the Magic Mile. Mike, do you want to take this one? Pretty exciting stuff here.
Cody, congratulations on your victory here at New Hampshire. You have been very, very dominant for weeks now, and you've always just got caught up in issues and just haven't been able to clinch that win. What were your thoughts after you seen Dylan get taken out, and did that say, hey, I possibly have a chance to win today?
Well, to be completely honest, yeah, it did, because I know without a second thought in my mind, if Dylan didn't get wrecked, it would have been a completely different end result with everything. But I mean, and then again, at the same time, everything that has went on in this race, ain't no telling how the finishing order would have been.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. You like I said, you've been fighting and fighting, and when you saw that checkered flag, what was going through your mind?
Lots of just a weight lifted, considering all the, like I was talking to my teammate like seconds ago. It's all the junk that has been caught up in other people's wrecks, bad luck after bad luck for 2-3 weeks, and to finally see that checkered flag in sight, I was wheeling it down the straightaway and it got away from me crossing the line, which I really don't care at that point. But it's glee. I mean, the words can't describe how freaking emotions just ran through me going down that front stretch.
Yeah, you had a very strong card today as well. Before we do let you go, do you have anybody that you would like to thank?
Know she's listening, Rhea, for helping me get the 21 seat and take this Woods Brothers Mustang to the victory
Hell
lane.
yeah, I gave you that
It's
car,
awesome,
brother.
dude.
I drove that car to a P5 in the overall standings last season, so you've got to at least duplicate that, my friend.
I got you. I'm gonna give it hell.
Okay,
But
man. But I appreciate you getting in victory lane.
I've wanted to. I've said it from the start. I wanted to get this thing in victory lane, but like I said, Rhea, my teammates, Christian, Mark, the 22. I'm still learning names. I'm sorry. family for helping me get my PC set up and able to get the money to be able to run this. Villa, Nikki, Scooby, Ari, Sarah, if y'all are watching, y'all are I couldn't have a better set of friends. Stitch, happy early birthday. Tomorrow's her birthday, and dedicated part of this to her for having a really good birthday. Being Jordan, Rachel, everyone in the soap community, I love you guys so much for bringing me into such an amazing community. I couldn't be happier.
I definitely hear you get very emotional there, Cody. Congratulations once again on your win today here in New Hampshire, and we look forward to seeing you next week.
All right, y'all.
All right, my friend. Good night.
Later.
Celebrate. Welcome to the playoffs.
Alright, ladies and gentlemen, that was your race winner in the number 21 Wood Brothers Ford Mustang, Cody Meadows. Let's go ahead and take a look at your finishing order for today.
Yep. I think let's see here. Yeah, Cody Meadows and the 21 Wood Brothers Racing Ford Mustang grabs his first ISNF Cup Series career win here tonight at New Hampshire. So congratulations to him and that entire team. Justin Lee Pearson, we talked to him. He got P2 on the night. Christian Delgado with a nice P3 podium finish for that 12 car. Good points night for him. Angel Hernandez winds up P4. Was a contender late in the race, but got a couple of restarts on the outside and just was not the line that he was looking for to try to capitalize on a dub tonight. Josh Grasso was roughed up by the 16 there at the end. We're going to be taking a look at that later this week. Maybe some penalties coming in the direction of some other vehicles. But he ends up with a top 5. Mark Gonzalez 6th. Good finish for him. Jeff Medlin in the 51 in his ISNF debut. 7th place. Chris Van Maastricht with a very, very solid run. 26 spots up. Actually, your biggest mover on the night was the number 38 machine of Chris Van Maastricht coming home 8th. Michael Afladason in the 16 machine comes home 9th. Tony Fry 10th. Still pretty solid run. A good points night for Tony. Scott Trusty ends up 11th. Justin L. Johnson in the 22 car. He comes home 12th. Thomas Flynn in his first start in the 47 car. 13th. Good points night for him. Mike Iskandar 14th. Christopher Walker in the 11 car. He rounds out your top 15. Eric Jorgensen almost finished in the top 10. Got shuffled there toward the back. May have got caught up in a late race incident there. He winds up 16th. Craig Lautenslager 17th. Danny Solo 18th. James Bowles 19th. And Joey Maines round out your top 20. Larry Fairman from Canada, he gets 21st. Charles Roberson gets wrecked out late in the race, P22. John Hopley winds up 23rd. Yours truly, Rhea Ferris, ends up 24th. Dylan Smith in the 71 subbing tonight. He comes home 25th. Justin Barkley in the 19 machine, 26th. Dylan Basin, our favorite to win tonight here at New Hampshire, is a night he would just as soon forget, but he did get a couple of stage wins. So overall, good points night despite his finish in 27th. Kiloa Hankins thought maybe he would have something for everybody tonight. Didn't actually lead any laps. Kind of disappointing for him. 28th. Andrew Miller, 29th. Eugene Thorne rounds out your top 30. Wesley Riddle in the 99 car comes home 31st. Matt Metler in the 50 machine, he comes home 32nd. Thomas Fisher, 33rd. Skylar Carnes with his return to ISNF duty in 34th. And Bob Wyckoff will round out your top 35. Zach Phillips Sr., 36. Jeff Weimer in the 37th position. Brian Treadwell, one of your hometown heroes. Not the night he was looking for at his home track. P38 for him. Alyssa Sharp dealing with a lot of iRacing gremlins tonight in 39th. And Fabricio Lamana from Brazil, he did not end up taking the green. He will finish 40th. And that will do it. What is the race recap on that? Does it show you how many cautions we had tonight?
Let's come take a look here. Let's take your race.
Would love to see a race recap for this entire event. What the totals were.
It is not showing me now.
Okay. So yeah, too many cautions, we'll all admit. And but overall, there were some long green flag runs a few times. Unfortunately, I don't think very many green flag pit stops, but you know, it did allow a couple of drivers to flip some stages there due to some strategy moves. So we look forward to seeing you next week in the Sunflower State at Kansas Speedway. And I believe it's the Tornado Alley 200, if I'm not mistaken. And again, Christian Delgado is the hometown hero, as well as Michael Gervey. So hopefully Michael Gervey will be back on track next week if he's not going to be at the Kansas race. And we'll have a couple of hometown heroes in there to celebrate with, and hopefully one of them can get a W.
Absolutely. That's going to be very interesting to find out.
Yeah. But until then, it was a pleasure working with you tonight, Mike, and hope you have a good rest of your night, and hopefully everyone else at home does the same.
Absolutely. Alrighty, everybody, that will do it. I am Mike Taylor, up here in the booth alongside the one, the only, the famous Rhea Ferris. And we will see you guys next week right here on the iCast Racing Network, powered by iRacing. Until then, ladies and gentlemen, have a happy time zone.
This has been a production of the iCast Racing Network, powered by iRacing. Thank you for your continued support. Don't forget to like and subscribe for notifications for all of our live events right here on YouTube and Twitch. We would like to thank SDK Gaming for their production overlays that makes this event enjoyable. Until next time, happy time zones.
If you wanna stay with me, if you wanna try, maybe you could be with me, but only for the night. And I need the window, baby, leave my key outside the door. We don't need to tell know it. You know it. For some